KirstyTV. Today we're talking about a little bit more of a heavier topic than usual. We're talking about what happens when something unthinkable happens, something unfathomable, a rape, kidnapping, torture, something so horrific that it really just shatters the way that you view the world and view humanity. I mean, how do you move forward from that?
To find forgiveness for the situation, I think, because you can't walk around the world with resentment weighing heavy on you, but how do you do that?
Yeah.
Take Elizabeth Smart, for example. That girl, you know, she was a child when she was kidnapped, and she was down in that hole for, I can't remember how long it was, but she's moved on. She went back home. She finished college. She just got married. Yeah. She still
and you hear about lots of these girls. I mean, they popped up all at once at one time, where they'd been kidnapped for 12 to 18 years and put in dungeons and been raped and violated on a daily basis. And I mean, I'm a real visual, kinesthetic kind of person. I don't know how you'd ever get that out of your mind. Really, I mean, I mean, you'd have to. I mean, you'd have to have therapy. You'd have to look at how you can start to process it and figure out what it all means.
Right, and know that even you went through that, it's a bigger purpose in your life than that.
Yeah.
And you also going to be a blessing to someone else and tell your story.
Well, and that is a real healing. When I look at all of the women that I've interviewed in different situations, they all want to share to help heal others because they know what it would have meant to them to have somebody do that for them. Share that it does get better, it does get easier, that you can move forward. So it's finding that inspiration in other people's stories.
It's very true. I've sat through many 12-step meeting you know, setups, and they always have speakers come in and they always share their stories, and they're very often very, very tragic, and it's hearing those stories and seeing where they are now, how they've pulled it together, how they've come through, and then using that inspiration for your own life. Yeah. It's very helpful to help others.
The mind is very resilient, so I feel like, you know, you can either, most people try to bounce back, they try to reach out with their family, their friends.
People react differently. Some people are going to shut down and not want to talk. Some are going to need to talk about it. I mean, and also the impact on family and friends and partners. Imagine if you're a father and that's happened to your daughter, or a partner and it's happened to your wife, and you couldn't protect them. There's so many emotions for everyone involved, and if they won't open up to you and you can't help, you know, you feel helpless. I think, you know, everyone needs support, so going to support groups. And I had a look on one of their psychology websites, and they talked about what you should do. Give yourself time, be involved with other survivors, ask for support, take time for yourself, talk it over, do some normal things. So I think, you know, there's some really great strategies out there for people and resources online. And then the things they said not to do was not to bottle up your feelings, not to take on too much at that time, not to do anything that changed your life in a major way, and not to use drugs or alcohol. Because I think that's a big one. You go into just wanting to shut down and numb and not think about it and block it out. It must take a lot of time for people to move forward from this kind of thing. So we're going to leave it there. We look forward to talking to you more online. Post your comments. Let us know what you're thinking about this topic. Have you been through something like this, and how did you move on? And we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.